Hello, my name is Brian Lefevre. I've been having some major difficulties with something called ID.me. I am a disabled veteran. For 20 years, I've been living abroad because I could no longer find employment in the United States. I subsequently had to file bankruptcy, basically lost everything I had because I could not work, could not find suitable employment. At the time, Social Security said I was not eligible for any type of benefits because 40% rating is not high enough. So at the time, I had no other choice, at least that's what I saw, but to leave the country. I had the opportunity, so before actually losing my house, I sold it and was able to use that money to relocate. That was 2002. 2007, I believe it was, I felt my condition was worsening, and I had no means of seeking any type of medical help, no financial means anyway, other than a 40% disability benefits each month that I receive. Someone told me, I had no idea, but someone told me that the VA had an outpatient clinic in Manila. So I made a claim. They were more than helpful in accommodating me to come there for appointment after appointment and examination, which I didn't have to pay for, which was marvelous. But during the interview with the doctor before my examination, she asked me various questions. One of them was, do you have any histories of falls? And at that time, I was already using a cane. I told her that, yeah, my first history of a fall was when my son was probably about 6 months old, and that was in, 1994. What I said to her was, I've had many falls, but this helps to prevent me from falling many times. In the medical evaluation, when that question came up, any history of falls? No, not true. Many falls, actually. Describe your pain. Stabbing pain. I use the word stabbing because stabbing is very violent and it's very painful, and that's what I feel. In the report, it feels as if he's being cut. Now, I don't know if you've been cut and stabbed. Stabbed hurts a lot worse. But anyway, when I received this notification that my claim had been denied, although my original diagnosis was herniated disc at L4, L5, I was diagnosed with what they called a degenerative disc disease many years before. And in the examination, it showed that now not just L4 and L5, but L3 also. Now, over the years, the pain has radiated up my back. But when I called, going back to getting that notice, when I called the VA office, I had never appealed a claim before, and it said that I have the right to appeal. So I called to find out what I need to do. And when I called, they said, oh, yes, sir, you have the right to appeal, but you might not want to do that. Okay, why might I not want to do that? Well, sir, basically, when you make an appeal, they automatically reduce your percentage of disability while they review your case. And I thought, that doesn't sound right. So I listened to what they had to say, and I said, thank you for your time, and hung up. A few days later, I called again, talked to somebody else, but still got that same story. Automatically, they'll reduce your disability benefits until they figure out, whether they're going to appeal your claim or not. Again, I live in a foreign country. VA benefits, sole source of income. I can't jeopardize that. Several years before, at the VA hospital in Anchorage, Alaska, where I lived, I had gone for a checkup, and the doctor was reviewing my medical records. He said, "Oh, I see you're taking this pain medication," and I don't remember the name of it because it's been many years, 20 some odd years ago. "How long have you been taking this medication?" And I said, "Oh, 5, 6 months." His immediate reaction was, "Stop! Stop. What?" "Okay, but why?" He said, "If you take this for that amount of time or longer, it'll destroy your vital organs and kill you," basically is what he said. Wow, okay. Taking the medication never really did help that much anyway. It just caused me to gain weight, caused me to feel like I was extremely hungover and sick all the time, so I stopped. Well, when I went through this reevaluation process here in Manila, I saw on the website that if I lived in the United States, I could be seen for just about anything. But since I live here, only issues related to service-connected disability are looked at. 2007, after this evaluation and all of this, the only treatment that was available to me was pain medication. And I'm pretty sure it was the same stuff I was told not to take before. And it wasn't just a small bottle. It was a bottle about this big, about that big around, had 900 pills in it. When they handed me that, I said, that's a lot of medicine. Is that really what this is all you can do for me? Yes, sir, that's it. And they continually talk about their budget. Well, their budget this, their budget that. And I said to one representative, I said, as far as I know, my benefits come directly from the U.S. Treasury and are deposited each month into my bank account in Alaska. So I don't think that the benefits I receive, the disability benefits I receive, are part of your budget, your operating budget. But they didn't want to hear that. A few years ago, I met another fellow veteran, and he told me about the VFW. There are a few posts here, and how they had these veteran service officers, and he said he was in the process of filing a claim as well. If I wanted, he could arrange where I could meet with the VSO also, and it was in a city that was about a 4-hour drive from here. So I went, met with the fellow, filled out all the paperwork. He said, now, we have up to a year to file the claim, so there's no rush. All this time, I don't have any supporting medical documentation of treatment because I haven't received any treatment. I can't afford treatment. I just live my life every day in pain. It's been every day since February of 1989, and it's progressively gotten worse. But after about a year, I got a notice from the VA saying that my year is almost up, and you're going to file this claim or not, basically. So I called up the VFW post there, and the guy's not even there anymore. He didn't file anything. I finally was able to connect with somebody else, and he said, so what do you want to do? And I said, well, I want you to do what the other guy was supposed to do. Okay, well, you got to come here. 4 hours to get there? You can't just use the stuff that filled out before? He doesn't have access to that. I said, can you at least get access to my medical records? Because for 20 plus years, I haven't been able to get copies of my medical records either. Oh, the internet connection here, the internet connection. There's always excuses, so I just let it go. Another few years go by, I met someone closer at a funeral of a fellow veteran, close friend. Well, we have a veteran service officer right here. He can help you. Great. So I go talk to him. Fill out a bunch of paperwork. The guy won't even take his mask and face shield off, so I can't even really understand what the heck he's saying. But I fill out all this paperwork, and I related all of this, the story to him. And one of the first things he said to me was, well, the VA here is not for you anyway. Yeah, well, I know it's not for me alone, and he explained to me that the VA office here in the outpatient clinic was set up for Filipinos who, during wartime at various periods apparently, had served alongside U.S. military, were injured, received benefits, just like me. But it was set up for them in the beginning. Now, several thousand U.S. veterans now reside in the Philippines, so they can't turn you away. But apparently, the budget, it's always the budget. I have to understand that. So the only thing they can do for me is give me pills that in 6-7 months will kill me. That's it. That's it. Well, as luck would have it, I thought, I can get access right to the VA website and view my medical records and everything. That's great. This My Health eVet thing, that's wonderful. Sign up for My Health eVet. That doesn't do anything unless you have a premium account. Okay, how do I get that? Oh, you got to sign up with this ID.me, authenticator, whatever it is. So I did that in 2019. Very frustrating system. Can never get past the screen where you enter your mailing address, your physical address, because it doesn't recognize a Philippine address, the province or the zip code. So I've been in contact with this ID.me for a little while now. They want me to download their authenticator. So first, the links they gave me said it's not compatible with any of my devices. So I start doing some research here. This is the feedback. This app service is completely flawed. It's full of bugs and not effective way to verify some identity. It makes handling routine errands difficult, and goes on and on. Cannot upload documents to verify who I am. There you go. That's me too. But the thing is, all of the things that I uploaded. Now, here we go. U.S. passport. I've got my birth certificate. I've got a Philippine driver's license. Now, they'll accept a Canadian driver's license, but not a Philippine driver's license. I've got a very old medical card, but I can't even get a new one of these because, and it's fallen apart, because, I can't email a passport size photo to them in Manila and then make me a new card and send it to me. I have to go there. Social Security card. I've got a couple other IDs that are very old. An Ohio State driver's license expired, Alaska State ID expired, but they both have my picture and Social Security number on them. I'm trying to get verified for the VA, right? So they need something with your mailing address on it, like a utility bill. Well, I don't have that because everything is in my wife's name. But I do have this VA, right? It's an official correspondence from the VA, a decision on a claim that I filed before. Has my name and mailing address on it. And I'm trying to get verified for the VA. But apparently this is no good. This doesn't prove anything. Go to the Facebook page for ID.me. I hate dealing with ID.me. I've been trying for 6 weeks to get my ID straightened out. Blah, blah, blah. Help me. I'm trying to ID myself. Can't get a real person. What else there? There's, we understand your concerns. I can assist you, but hey, go back to the site and enter your information. If you can't get past the login, with your address, right? They say keep entering your information until you're prompted to talk to a trusted referee. Talk to, right? I entered my information more than 100 times, and I still get the same thing. Recently, they wiped all my information clean, and I started all over, but oh, you must go through this thing, through that thing. But all roads lead back to the sign-in page. And you have to enter the information, and can't get any farther than that. Thank you for posting your concerns. Do not sign up for this. This app will delete all your codes, and then you'll be locked out of all your accounts. There's nothing but negative comments about ID Me. The emails that I've been sending back and forth, they've got all my information. They've got everything. I sent a video to them showing who I am. It's not enough. They won't even have a phone call with me. Oh, well, you have to start all over again. And this is the most trusted organization that the VA apparently could find. I just don't, I don't know. I don't know. What should I do? You tell me. What should I do? I walk with this cane. I've been walking with it for a long time. Most days can't even stand up straight. Don't get a good night's sleep. Constantly turn left to right all night long. Pain has gone up to the middle of my back. It feels like it's pushing through. Can't breathe sometimes. But the only treatment I can get is pain medication that will kill me. That's it. Can't get raised any higher than 40%. VA doctor in Alaska told me it wasn't a matter of if it'll get worse, but when it gets worse, and that was like 25 years ago. But all I can get is pills that will kill me. If I could just get increased, and this current VSO, well, if you don't have any medical records, they're just going to kick all this out. So I told him, okay, wait, I'll see if I can save some money to be seen. I can't. I have a family. I don't know what to do. I really don't. If I could just get increased, then I could afford to pay for medicals myself. I don't know. This is a very long video, very boring. Sure nobody cares anyway. So at least thanks if you made it this far. If you got any advice, I'd really like to hear it. And not the advice I hear from all these guys that come from the States recently saying, oh, it was so easy for me to get 100%. And then I see them out running up and down the beach chasing young girls, playing volleyball, popping wheelies on motorcycles, and so on. They're 100%. It was so easy, and I'm hobbling along. Yeah, that's great, man. Oh, no, man, you just do this. No, man, you don't just do this in the Philippines. No budget. Isn't that it? That's the story of my life. Story of every Filipino's life, apparently. No budget. Oh, well. All right. Well, thanks, I guess.